Yeah. What? Here I is. Hey. Yeah. Here I is. Here I is. Here I is. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I'm back one more again up in this mofo. And you know what? I'm gonna try to do this show a little different, and I'm gonna see how good I am. I'm really about to test my mic as I do another show. I'm gonna talk about some things that I know. It's gonna be a breakdown of the show that you about to see it. It's gonna be so magnificent, so off the chain. It's gonna make you put a thing or two on your brain. I'm about to do this thing that I do so well, breaking down these videos with the stories I tell. Yeah! Alright, y'all. So let's dive right in as I begin to do the show. I turned off the music, but I still got my flow. It's so good to be back up in here one more again. And I want to thank everybody for the prayers they send to my son. I appreciate all of y'all. It's all good, and he's doing better than before. All right, y'all, let's do this. Look. So for those of you who haven't seen this, this is fairly new. This video was sent to me. Actually, this was sent to me by my lovely wife. She sent this to me. And when I saw this, I was just like, oh my God. I could not believe what I saw. And it was one of those things to where it's not a long video. It's only a few minutes. Or not even a few minutes. It's only a few seconds. But I just could not get past the way that the police handled this. It was so unnecessary. It was one of those things where I said, why would he do that? Why would they do that? Like, why? It was just one of those things. And it's like, I guess one of the things about police is this. As a police officer, you're trained to think worst case scenario. Why do you think worst case scenario? Because you need to be prepared for the worst case scenario. You need to be ready for the worst case scenario. And if you don't think that way, what will happen is that worst case scenario will come. It will find you, and you will not be prepared. And if you're not prepared for the worst case scenario, you will have the deer in headlights look. You will freeze, you will fold, or you will just completely do the wrong thing and overreact. It's just like when something happens to you, and because you're not really used to it, you're not prepared for it, you do what we would call overcorrect. And it's like you're in a car, for instance, and you're driving, and all of a sudden you hit like an oil slick, or you hit a water plane, or you hit some ice. What a lot of people do when they're not used to that, they overcorrect. And when they overcorrect, that's usually when they spin out into their accident. That's just the rule. If you ever in a vehicle, you ever in an accident, most of the time the accident occurs when something happens and that person overcorrects. You see a box in the middle of the street and you turn your wheel too hard. And I get that. So I understand that you want to be ready, but there are also times where you have to exercise good judgment and literally do the job you're trained to do. And it's like, when you don't do that, it's really troubling to me. It's like, I guess even as a police officer, yes, I always thought a worst case scenario, but I wanted to do the job that I was trained to do. I wanted to go out and I wanted to say, hey, yeah, I want this to be peaceful. I want this to be a peaceful arrest. Or I want to find this dude with this warrant, and I want to go ahead and just bring him in nice and calm. But if he don't go, we gonna get out. That's what you gonna do. That was just the mentality of it. It's like, you have to have that, but I don't understand sometimes when police officers do too damn much and just unnecessarily do things that they don't have to do, because what it does is and it's aside from the media that gets a hold of shit and blow it out of proportion, because we all know what they love to do with what the media loves to do. They like to take things and make them, since they sensationalize them or they over exaggerate them, and things at that point will get taken out of context and will get viewed a totally different way. Case in point, there's a video that's out, and I was gonna do it, but I changed my mind because it was a little kid. There's a video out of a little kid where, and I ain't talking about the little kid that did the drop kick thing. That was a whole nother thing. I almost did that, but I changed my mind on that one too. But there's a kid that's getting arrested by the police, and the kid is resisting. There's somebody out there with a camera that's filming it, and then this kid actually starts to spit on the police officers. So what do police officers do when you have a spitter? You put on the spit screen. It's basically like a little net or mesh bag that you put over a person's head to where they continue to spit, but they can't spit on you. It's mesh, totally breathable, no problem. They use it all the time. Use it in the jails, use it out on the streets, use it all the time. People are circulating this video, and what they're doing, they're saying, oh my God, make this go viral. They put a plastic bag over this kid's head. Now, in today's climate, you hear people all the time talking about the police. They want to defund the police, shoot the police, kill the police, beat the police, lock up the police, get rid of the police. They want to do everything humanly possible to the police. And I guess one of my biggest problems is I'm all for talking about stuff and all for people seeing the truth about things, but why would you put something out there that's just totally not true? People are literally circulating this post saying that please you know how everybody do the thing now is please make this go viral. Please get this out there before they take it off the internet. And they got this post up, and that's what everybody's saying. And it's literally about a kid. Go viral shit. It's literally a kid that's in a spitting net, but they're saying it's a plastic bag. So you know what the police people are saying? Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with the police? Damn it. What is wrong with the police? What the police do? Why the police do that? How did they do this to the police? Why the police got that kid like that? The kid obviously committed a crime. And yes, the kid has to get arrested. He got to go to jail. Got to go. Like Robin Harris say. Got to go. But why would you say that it's a plastic bag being put over his head when you can clearly see that it's not? If somebody put a plastic bag over your head, and to all the adults out there, you guys that are going to be voting for Joe Biden, you can try this at home. Take a plastic bag, put it over your head, and you will immediately see, once you take up the slack around your neck, you will immediately see the plastic bag stick to your orifices, your mouth and your nose. It will do that as you breathe. Now, you can keep going if you like, but just for testing purposes, you can just see that. So you would see it if it was a plastic bag put over this kid's head, clearly. And it's clearly not. The mesh bag, the netting that's put over this kid's face, over his head, it doesn't even move like from you breathing in and out. It doesn't even do that. And people are just over-exaggerating. I just want people to just be responsible. I really do. Just be responsible with your journalism, with your bringing out to light, calling out this, calling out that. I'm all for that. You want to call out stuff, fine. But actually look at the context that it's in and call the thing what it is. Stop trying to make it something that it's not. And it's not helpful. And all it really does, it keeps us divided. It just keeps us divided. It really does. But without further ado, my favorite part of the show.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. It appears that this guy is being rearrested because he's saying he just got out of court, but he's about to be placed under arrest. That's what's happening. I don't know, for whatever reason, whether the police think he still has a warrant. If he don't got a warrant, it doesn't matter. Police are there. He's under their authority, and they are telling him, hey, we about to put these chains back on you and take you in. He attempts to go inside to get his paperwork. Police say, no way, Jose, not doing that, and you need to go ahead and comply. And my thing is this, like I keep telling you guys, I have yet to see the video where the guy wins that's getting arrested, where he's getting ready to be arrested, and then through his knowledge and through his might, he doesn't get arrested. Police walk away beaten and defeated, and they just let him go free, and that's it. I've yet to see it. And if you think it's gonna happen here, you are clearly wrong. Ain't gonna see it. You're gonna see it go left real fast, real quick. But let's go ahead and let's watch this. And everybody that's watching, please click that like button, that little thumbs up, like boop, click that for me. And we're going to keep it going. And shout out to everybody that's over here watching on the United Guns of America channel, the VIP section of YouTube. Yes, indeed. Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all a few shout outs over there. Give a shout out to my man Troy Sherman, CJ Gunn, what's up? Richard Lovelace, what's up? Give a shout out to Natalie V, Red Bird Eagle, and I think that's it. Them the Faithful Nine over there. What they call the steppers, the Divine Nine. That's the Divine Nine over there. Shout out to y'all. And to everybody over here on the relationship rehab side of the game, you know I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. Shout out to my man James Black. James Black says, don't ride off on these one cop killings and ignore the 2,800 plus other black folks who were murdered this year by ninjas. I'm glad you said ninjas too. That's helping me. I'm not doing that, and that's not my thing, James Black. It's not my thing to do that. My thing is this. I try my best to call out the good, the bad, and the ugly on both sides. I really do. That's my biggest thing, because what my goal is to try to get people to, number one, understand that the law is the law. And number two, don't hold court in the street, because you will lose every time. And we need to know the law. And if we want to change the law, that's a whole different ball game. But you can't do that in the streets. What we feel is right and what we feel is wrong, if we want to change those things, then we have to do it the right way. And that's through the court system. Not through the court system, but through the legal system. Until then, you need to comply with the law. And that's my biggest thing that I hope that people understand and get from this. So without further ado, let's do this.
Do this now, Lorenzo. He just came from fucking court. Just give me the baby so I can please. Just give me the please. He just came from court. Don't go back inside, Lorenzo. Stay inside. Wait. Get your hands up. Do not. Keep your hands up. Lorenzo, put your hands on top. Don't do nothing. Follow our direction. He just came from fucking court. My papers are inside.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I got it. Wait. No, wait. Oh, I can't even help you. I'm not getting shot. Oh my God. Just don't move, Lorenzo. Okay, he should go in the house. Oh my God. What the fuck? Renzo, do not do that. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! They keep shooting him. Just walk, Lorenzo, just walk. They just shooting him for no reason. Oh my God. I know, girl. Hold on, because I do not want them to shoot me.
Boy, I tell you. Let me tell you something. The next time I hear a black woman talking about we always holding down our man, I'm going to say, no, that's a lie. He clearly said, I'm not going down there because I'm not going to get shot. That there's the gun line, boss. That there is the gun line. This here is Camp 8. If you do not put your hands up, you will be shot. If you do not comply with our commands, you will be shot. So here's my thing, and we're gonna go back through and break this down a little bit slower. To the police officers, here's why I'm calling this bogus. Here's why I'm saying that you were wrong. The police was wrong in this situation. The police were wrong, dead wrong. This was bad policing, period. Period, point blank, no other way to call it. You can't be scared being the police. I don't care what nobody say. You can have some fear, a healthy dosage of fear, but you can't be scared and be the police. I don't care what nobody say. Anybody that says I was scared and you the police, you don't need to be the police. You can be fearful. You can have a little nice healthy dose of fear, but you can't be scared being the police. And that's what this was. The fact that you are non-lethal makes this an opportunity to where if this dude does go left, he ain't gonna die. So we already know this. But once you have this dude basically in a submissive position, you go and arrest. There is no point to shoot a bean bag, rice bag, rubber bullet, feather, some down fur. Ain't no reason to shoot this dude. There's no reason to shoot this guy. I don't care what they say. There was only one moment where you could have shot him, but you still shouldn't have shot in this situation because of what? It's a plethora of children out here. And my thing is this. Say what you want to say. A non-lethal bullet hitting that little infant in the arm, that's in her arms, or hitting one of them little babies would have been fatal. Rubber bullets ain't made for babies. They're just not. And I guarantee you, had one of those little rubber bullets hit one of them little babies, little baby probably would have been severely injured and very possibly could have died. So whoever shot this, they need to be reprimanded. And no, I'm not going to say they need to be fired. They need to be reprimanded. Suspension, 30 days without pay, something. This was ridiculous. They didn't have to go here because there was nothing that indicated that this guy was a threat. Let's watch. And the fact that he's saying he just came from court, sometimes you can have a warrant and the paperwork may not be done right, or the warrant may not have been lifted, and you still got to go to jail. If the police find out that you got a warrant and they see you, they are supposed to arrest you. Now, once they get you in custody, get you in cuffs, they can call it in and say, hey, can you double check and make sure that this warrant is good on this guy? But you don't figure none of that out until you in the bracelets. Until you click up, that's when you can start talking and figure it out. And I'm going to tell you like this, people, young men, young black brothers, when you are in a situation with the police, yes, you have every right to explain yourself. Yes, you have every right to talk and to speak and all of that stuff. But wait until, if the officer is telling you he's placing you under arrest, wait until you're in the cuffs, man. Get in the cuffs, get in the back of the car, whatever you need to do, then explain yourself. Just because you get put in cuffs don't mean you going to jail. It just means you're being detained. Cuffs, detained. Cuffs, detained. It don't mean you're necessarily going to jail. And if this dude is correct in what he's saying, even if they would have took him to jail, they'd have turned right back around and let him out. Because once they pull up his name and they see he ain't got no warrants, all right, man, my bad. Or you can even call it in. Hey, I got an active warrant for this guy, and he's saying that he went to court and that this is good. Can somebody verify this for me? That's what you do, man. But this whole thing here, he clearly submits. He clearly don't want no problems. He even realizes that he's about to go with the police, which is why he empties out his pockets, which was a bad thing because he wasn't in cuffs yet.
Just give me the baby so I can please. Just give me the please.
And then she's asking for the babies, which is smart, to get the baby out the way. Ask for the kids and get the kids out the way. Come on. Or send them upstairs to the videographer upstairs.
He just came from court. He just Look
at that. How many kids out there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, she got 2 in her arms, 1 right there, and 2 right there. My God. 5, and they all steps. They stair steps. That one in her left arm can't be no more than 6 months. And then she got another one in her arm. And then she got one next to her that's right above her waist. Then she got another one in Pampers and another one that look like in Pampers.
Keep your hands up. Lorenzo, put your hands on top.
Or pajamas or something. But that's at least 2 girls and 3 boys. You see how he gave them that? Look at his hands and what he did. He gave up the stuff like, here, look, I'm about to go. Let me go on ahead and do what they asking me to do. That's why he understands what it is.
Hands up. Do not. Keep your hands up.
He emptied out his pockets. Now, if y'all was gonna shoot him because you don't know what he got in his pockets, that would be the time. Even if somebody say he handed her a sack, I can't see what it is. But if he handed her a 8-ball, or if he handed her a dub sack, it don't matter. It really don't matter. The point is, if you were going to shoot with the non-lethal, that would be your moment. But even then, I would say no, because you can miss. He could all of a sudden move. And what's directly behind him? 2 kids and a big lady. That's all I'm saying, because the thing is this. When you're talking about, hey, we got to get this guy, and let's say even if this guy has a felony arrest, let's say he got a felony warrant, which means he's a bad guy. Let's say he has a record to where he's known for fighting with the police. Fine. You can clearly see his waist. So you know he ain't got no gun. He ain't got on no shirt. So you can clearly see that. That's where you move in. That's where you move in. You move in to say, hey, look, let's get this guy under arrest. I ain't got to shoot him. He's not even saying I ain't going. He's not even saying y'all ain't going to take me. He ain't saying none of that. He's just like, hey, I got paperwork. I can go get it. They're like, no, you ain't going in the house, which is true. You don't let him go in the house because he can have a Gatling gun by the front door. You don't know. So you don't let him go in the house. But then he turns around and he like, hey, I'm good. And at that point, as a police officer, whether it's 1 or 2 or 30, all you need is 2 people to just move in. And you just place the dude under arrest. Tell that lady and her kids to move out of the way. Because he's clearly trying to get them out of the way. And she's telling him, don't do nothing. He ain't trying to do nothing. He ain't on that. Hands are up. Hands are up. Where is the threat to where you fired the non-lethal? I don't get it. I don't understand why he did that. Because he ain't come. This dude is standing there. He got his girl or his wife or baby mama or side chick or main chick, whatever, behind him. And she's holding a toddler and an infant. A newborn. He telling them, my papers are inside, which is, hey, just comply. And in my opinion, he is complying. He don't want to go back to jail. I wouldn't either. And if I got some paperwork right here that's going to say that, I'm going to let them know, hey, guys, I got paperwork right here on my coffee stand, my nightstand, my TV stand. I just came from court today. Boom. To the left.
Oh my God!
Back and to the
oh
left.
My God!
Back and to the
oh
left.
My God!
Back and to the
oh
left.
My God!
Back and to
oh
the
my
left.
God!
I know that hurt. And my thing is this. You got him down right now. Well, what do? Do they go and make the arrest and put the cuffs on? Mm-mm. And he got his hands, so it's so ridiculous. He got his hands out. He's laying down. He's like, hey, come on, I give up. He like Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars. My give up. He gave up instantly before he got shot. The man didn't even cross the gun line, and Hoppin' Bob done let him have it.
I got it.
And I give him kudos for this because he's just trying to get his kids out of there now, and he's telling her to go. He like, just go. And I would even go as far as to say he don't know what's happening now or what's going to happen because he got his hands up. And he's like, hey, I'm here. Y'all done now hit me in the stomach with the non-lethal joint. I'm down on the ground. He rolls over. Hands are stretched out. Where is the threat? Can whatever police officer that is watching this tell me where is the threat to where you fired yet another shot?
I got it. Wait. No, wait. Oh, I can't even help you. I'm not getting shot.
You hear that? She's like, oh, no, I can't even help you. I'm not getting shot. She definitely articulated her position, didn't she?
Oh, my.
Where's the threat to where you're going to fire another shot? I would love to see. I just didn't understand this.
Oh, God. Just don't move, Lorenzo. Okay, she was go in the house.
And I would even go as far as to say, once you got him down, once he's down, why not move in and put the cuffs on him? He's clearly not resisting. Clear as day. This dude has not shown one defensive position, defensive move, or has not indicated at all that he's going to resist. Police should have been moved in and say, hey, man, put your hands behind your back. Here go the cuffs. Let's get you up and we out. But no, y'all done fired off 2 rounds on this boy.
Oh, my God. What the fuck? Just walk slowly, Renzo. Do not. Oh, my.
Hit him again. He's down. He's down. I don't understand. What more do you want? What more do you want from me? They're not giving him any commands. They're not even, and the police should have been moved in on it, but they're not making no advancements toward this dude. It's like y'all really just got him out there to say, let's have some rubber bullet target practice. Let's see how far or how many bullets this dude can take. Like getting to the center of a Tootsie Pop. 1, a 2, a 3.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Clearly, like, there is nothing here that would say, oh, well, we could have thought he could have had a gun here. Nope, he ain't got no shirt on, and you saw his pants was hanging on the ground already. He ain't had nothing in his pants. Nothing at all.
Oh my God!
Hit him again.
They keep shooting him. Just walk, Lorenzo, just walk.
And I tell you what, that girlfriend, she needs to be a professional screamer or something or voiceover or something. Jesus, the lungs on that lady. She has not stopped, not once, consistently yelling. Do you hear that at the top of her lungs? You would think that she's the one that got shot. And that ain't even close to happening. Why wouldn't they just go and arrest this dude? I have no idea. There is no justification. I know people talk about, well, our procedures and our policy is this. This is a bunch of crap. There was no way that this dude should be doing all of this. This is like stuff that you do for like a felony stop. This is stuff that you do, I mean, for the worst of the worst guys that got a warrant and you got them on a felony stop and it's you and all of your boys. This is how you do that. This is how you arrest somebody like that. And even then, you still have a moment to where you guys move in once you get them where you want them to put the cuffs on them. And this guy has not shown a single moment of resisting. Why not just walk up to this dude, hands behind your back? If you don't comply, we're going to shoot you with a non-lethal round. Hands behind your back, put your hands up, hands behind your back. If you make a wrong move, if you do something different, if you don't comply to what I'm telling you, we're going to shoot you. Tell him that and see what happens. Y'all didn't even give him a chance. Give him a chance to let him get on the cuffs. Give him a chance to let him get locked up. Give him a chance to let him go to jail.
They just shooting him for no reason.
She is right.
Oh my God. I know, girl. Hold on, because I do not want them to shoot me.
And now she's scared to the point where I would be saying the same thing. I'd be like, man, I ain't going down there. These dudes are trigger happy. They really trying to get, they are really getting their rubber gun on. They just are. And that's it. It's like, it was just one of those things where this was just like, you talk about, people misunderstanding the police. You talk about people always saying the police are doing, police brutality and they're doing too much. They didn't have to do that. You hear people screaming, y'all ain't got to do him like that. Y'all ain't got to put the cuffs on that tight. All of those things that you hear. And most of the time when people are saying that, it's nonsense. Most of the time when they say he ain't arresting, you can clearly see the dude actively being passive aggressive to where he's resisting. Plain and simple. It is not a problem. If I tell you to put your hands behind your back, there should be no reason whatsoever that I should have to struggle, that it should be hard, it should be tight, and shouldn't be an issue. And people always do that. But in this instance here, I won't even attempt to try to give the police officers a pass on this. This was ridiculous. This was ridiculous. This was totally unnecessary, totally unavoidable. You would have thought these dudes was arresting Jeffrey Dahmer or Hannibal Lecter or somebody. I don't want to get close to this dude. He might bite my ear off. This ain't Mike Tyson. But when you're going to make an arrest like this, if the guy complies, you have to approach him and put the cuffs on. That's just it. You can't be scared and be the police. You can't. And that's the only other excuse that they could have. We were afraid that he was going to do this. We were afraid that he could have. He's resisted before. Yeah, well, being the police, you take that under advisement, but you can't always think that that's what the person's going to do. Because just maybe he tired of fighting. Maybe this guy was confident enough to know his paperwork was good and he wasn't going to go to jail. Maybe that's just what the case was. So it's like, give the person the fair opportunity to comply. Because ultimately, as a police officer, when you give commands, when you give lawful orders, all that you're asking for in return is compliance. And when somebody is giving you that, there's nothing else to ask for. There is no reason to escalate. This, as far as the force continuum goes, was totally unnecessary. They escalated in force for no reason whatsoever. No reason whatsoever. This, I'm going to call it what it is. This was bad policing, poor execution, and lack of professionalism. Y'all are the professionals, trained professionals. Do your job, man. And doing your job doesn't always call you getting your rubber bullet gun off like you did here. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this, man. Leave your comments and all that good stuff. Thanks for clicking the like button. I appreciate you. Let me see here. Got one person who hit that cash out. My man Brass, man. Take a hit your boy with $5. That's what's happening. Let's see who else I got here. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's mine. I ain't trying to open up Word. What am I doing? Let me go ahead and hit this young PayPal. But you guys click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the share button. Let some other people see this. And hey, give me your thoughts on it, man. Because like I said, this is just one of those instances where, nah, man, y'all were doing way too much. You would have thought that this was like an exercise that they were doing, and they wanted to use rubber bullets. They wanted to use non-lethal. I don't know if he got hit with a beanbag or if he got hit with rubber bullets. All I'm saying is, somebody says the little rubber bullets never hurt nobody. They were just love taps. Hey, them things hurt. I'm telling you, a paintball gun will hurt if you hit somebody close enough. Rubber bullets hurt. Believe that. They don't kill you, but they hurt. So I'm just saying, these police officers, not only were they unprofessional, but they also put at risk a person. 5 little kids were at risk because of this. Because had one of them missed, this would have been a lot worse. And this would have been one of those instances where you would have had Black Lives Matter out here protesting, talking about we got to defund these police officers too. You would have had one of those instances where it would have been another senseless murder or senseless death created by the police. And my thing is this. I understand and accept the fact altogether that police will kill people. It will happen because people commit crimes. People commit violent crimes. People don't listen. People put other people's lives in jeopardy. So police killings will always be amongst us. But it is the training and the professionalism and the expectation of both of those to where when it is totally unavoidable, it should be. And this was clearly one of those instances. So I'm glad I was able to do this real quick. We only had like 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. And I don't know if anybody noticed what I tried not to do here, but we'll see. If you notice what I tried to do in this video, I think I only did it once, but I got better. Just wanted to flex my muscles and see if I could just articulate myself a little differently on this one. But thank you to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate you guys. Hey, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. I will be back tomorrow night. I am going, well, maybe tomorrow night. Thanks to y'all donations. Thanks to y'all consistent and faithful donations. I have been able to upgrade a few things, so I may either break down the studio tomorrow or the day after, because I still got a couple of videos that I want to do. But it is what it is. So I thank you guys so much. And just when I thought I was going to get out of here on time, you know what? I wanted to just make sure I was under 45 minutes, and I got about 4 minutes. So let me go ahead and address this. Joey Baseball -- Black Lives Matter says, I'm not a fan of the hat. Hey, man, I appreciate you expressing yourself and your disdain for the hat. Click the like button and click the donate button, because this hat has nothing to do with this content. So I just want to say thank y'all. Shout out to everybody in Soto Nation. Shout out to my homeboy Tommy Sotomayor. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, and I thank you guys so much for supporting me and supporting the platform, man. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Peace, and I'm out. Here I is. Hey, yes indeed.